Brits disparage Harry's character more than the Epstein buddy, Andrew Windsor, because Andrew, although an entitled twat, has not thrown his family under a bus. Harry is not only an entitled twat, but he has thrown his family under a bus. Today, in addition to talking about the main characters Harry and Meghan, I will talk more about another character who is equally bad in many different aspects. That's Andrew. Can you guess who I'm talking about? 30 seconds for you to write down this person's name in the comments. Forgot? The answer is at the beginning of the video. Yes, the character I mentioned is Andrew. Prince Andrew made some serious personal mistakes. He knew he would have to pay for them and took his medicine. I wonder if he isn't relieved that he doesn't have to do the ceremonial things anymore. He's 63 years old and probably happy to retire to his home and enjoy life with his ex-wife Sarah, his dogs, formerly his mother's dogs, and his new grandchildren. It seems he is financially okay. Meanwhile, Harry was not banished from his position in the royal family. He chose to leave. Sadly, his wife's plans to make money out of his royal connections fell through. However, he has managed to make money annoying the rest of us with his lies and fantasy stories. Prince Andrew has never said a word of criticism about any member of his family. Harry has only said words of criticism about that same family. We don't like that. Not wrong. Andrew is an idiot and people have been calling him out for years. However, he has kept his mouth shut and removed himself from public life. There's no criminal case against him, so people claiming he should be in prison etc. are being ridiculous. Harry is apparently set on a path of blackmailing his family, possibly with a second book, where we will perhaps get details of some terrible injustice like the time William stole his toy when he was 4, and blaming the media for his many problems, most of which are of his own making. He seems to think he should be able to dictate what the press can report on him, which is outrageous and frankly chilling. Most people find the endless whinging, refusing to take personal responsibility, and publicly dunking on his family, particularly his stepmother and sister-in-law, distasteful and, ultimately, tedious. In short, who is more disgraced between Prince Andrew and Harry? Well, put it this way. Andrew fought in the Falkland War and conducted himself very bravely. He flew helicopters, diverted Argentinian missiles, and saved many lives. Andrew did something stupid by his association with Epstein's entourage, and having sex with a 17-year-old, age of consent 16 years old. Andrew did not sell his family, mother, or brother to the highest bidder. He did not throw them in the mud. Harry was pampered all his life by the royal family. Most, by all means not all, of his misdemeanors were covered up. Drug and alcohol abuser indulged in sex orgies in Soho houses, photographed cavorting completely naked in Las Vegas hotels wearing a Nazi uniform and at parties. In Afghanistan playing video games in his bunker well guarded by specialized Gurkhas 24/7, the most fearless, loyal, professional, valiant soldiers in the British Army. Never passed high helicopter license. He was only a helicopter gunner, sending Afghani ladies of the night into hospital with serious sadistic assaults, for which the royal family paid compensation. There are other alleged incidents that would make Andrew look like a saint. But again, the royal family covered up for the unintelligent, half-wit, deluded simpleton. Then to topple all this over, Harry decided to lie and badmouth his family with Oprah, blogs, interviews, podcasts, books, and private details about his, as if being frozen and making it right with his mother's cream. The man-child is immature, unintelligent, arrogant, emotionally stunted, and mentally unstable. Same as the yacht woman. I think Harry would not have had the balls to expose his true self without the prompting of his nasty, vile wife in her quest for revenge and retaliation. The only problem is that it was a major backfire and has worked against them 100%, deservedly. And as for my own answer, I hate Andrew, but I hate Harry just as much. And same with Meghan. There's that word again. Hate. We have the most lovely vocabulary at our disposal, but the word hate is always tossed in when people discuss these two. Most of the time, the culprits are supporters of the evil duo. Anyone who doesn't like Meghan and Harry is labeled a hater or racist. The only thing this achieves is to highlight their weak language abilities and understanding of good adjectives. Make no bones about it, people. I despise the couple enormously, but I can assure you that there is no hatred involved that is reserved for sex traffickers, pedophiles, and drug dealers. Meghan and Harry do not elicit that degree of emotion from me. The racism accusations are another example of Meghan's fans' extremely limited vocabulary. I thought being racist meant not liking someone else's skin color or race, but that has never bothered me in the slightest. And I'm darker than Meghan, so I really don't get the skin tone issue. To be perfectly honest, Harry's hair color bothers me a lot more, so if anything, I'm a ginger. The problem I and many others face has nothing to do with skin color, but rather with their behavior and character. Their abusive treatment of others speaks volumes, as does the behavior of their fans, who enjoy nothing more than bullying and abusing others. You can see it for yourself here on Quora. If you disagree with a Sussex supporter, they resort to name-calling, unnecessary swearing, and personal attacks on the writer. Once again, their lack of vocabulary leads them to churn out the hater and racist accusations repeatedly. It may appear that everyone despises Harry and his wife, but publicly bullying and abusing the elderly cannot possibly lead to global adoration. In the United Kingdom, we respect and appreciate the elderly, so seeing them treated so terribly hurts us all, especially the late Queen and her husband, who did not deserve to spend the last 2/3 of their lives in that way. Harry and Meghan have managed to alienate their friends, parents, grandparents, in-laws, staff members, some celebrities, members of the media, charities, other royal families, dignitaries, and even those in the military. I sometimes wonder how they sleep at night, but I sleep soundly knowing I'm neither a bigot nor a racist. I do pity them, but I will never forgive them for the pain they caused these two lovely people. After all, the boss causing all the trouble for the royal family is Meghan. Meghan hands down. Meghan told lies about the royals, the law, her marriage, and the people of the UK. She caused a lot of strife in the way she bullied the staff of several residences. She demanded someone leave their home to house her, and threw a drink on staff. Andrew might have slept with a young, legal adult. We don't know, as he never said he did, and a settlement is not an admission of guilt. But he didn't lie about the royals, the law of the UK, the people, or demand the things Meghan and Harry has. Anyway, Harry has proven to lie almost every time he opens his mouth. His goal is, "I'll make you sorry," and to make money dragging his family through the mud. It is one whine after another from Harry. Then come the shameful boasts. How many he killed, he and Granny had secrets, etc. The big one is when he always takes us back to pluck the heartstrings of Diana's death with, "Please feel sorry for me, my mom died when I was young." He needs to realize many people have lost loved ones, mothers, and fathers when they were young. He is not the only person to suffer loss, but he is more fortunate than most. Diana's death affected a lot of people, including his brother William. I'm ashamed and embarrassed for him every time he smears her name and his brother's, by using her death to one-up and make himself an advantage, doing it publicly, and is getting paid for it. Please, don't give me "it's going to charity" story either. I have to admit he's pretty low on the scale of basic human decency, common sense, love, and loyalty, but scores highly and well revenge for all his purported lifetime of wrongs. According to Harry, life is all about Harry, his being born second in line, poor thing. He never takes responsibility for his own behavior. It's because his mom died, or life. Poor me, I'm wealthy, handsome, loved, and a prince no less, but continues to whine and air tale after tale of his wrongful treatment to the scandal rags and mongers. Harry grew up in England's royal family, was born into fame, fortune, love, companionship, and yet never truly grew up or had a purpose other than lay around and whine about how hard his life has been. Grow up, Harry. I don't have room to list all the lies, exaggerations, etc. Remember, they were secretly married before the huge wedding? No, didn't happen. That when William supposedly threw him to the ground, he was so traumatized he sought professional psych help. Then claims his wife was refused help. Surely a grown man with trauma treatment could send her to his own professional psych. Who failed who here? Well, that's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching our video, and I want to know what you think about these issues. Please express your opinion in the comments below. Hope you will always be cheerful and happy. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Goodbye and see you again in the next videos.